Hello dear students, I am Dr. Chandrakala HT. In this video, under the topic data link layer, I will be teaching you error correction codes, particularly the Hamming code for error correction. We all know that error correction is one of the main functionalities provided by data link layer. The error correction codes prepared by the data link layer are useful to detect and correct errors when data is transmitted from a sender to receiver. There are two ways in which error correction can be done. First one is backward error correction. Second one is forward error correction. In backward error correction, once the error is discovered, the receiver will request the sender to retransmit the entire data unit which was found to be under error. Whereas in case of forward error correction, the receiver will use the error correcting code itself to automatically correct the errors. Using parity bits, we can detect errors, as we already have learned in the previous videos. So there are several error detecting techniques like single parity, two-dimensional parity, checksum, and cyclic redundancy checks. All of them are capable of detecting whether there is an error present in the data received or not, but they are not able to correct it. For correcting the errors, it's required to know the exact bit position at which the error has occurred. To determine this position of the bit which is erroneous, R.W. Hamming, a computer scientist, developed a technique called Hamming codes. The Hamming codes makes use of a relationship between the bits in the data unit and the redundant bits which are attached to find out the presence of bit errors as well as to correct them. Hamming code can be attached to any length of the data unit. Just like checksum and cyclic redundancy check, Hamming code also uses redundant bits, and it uses a combination of parity bits as the redundant bits in order to perform error correction. As we all know, there are two types of parities, even parity and odd parity. So in case of even parity, the total number of ones in the data unit will be an even number. In case of odd parity, the total number of ones in the data block will be an odd number. So in order to ensure the parity of the data unit, we can make use of either even parity or odd parity. So in case of single bit parity as well as two-dimensional parity, we have learned how to maintain even parity and odd parity. So both of those techniques used one bit parity bits. So that one bit which we insert as parity is useful to detect the errors. So the same technique has been extended under Hamming codes to provide for error correction. When we see the algorithm of Hamming code, in Hamming code's algorithm, the information will be of d bits, and this will be added with redundant bits r in size. So the total data which is transmitted will be d plus r bits long, where d is the original data and r is the redundant bits. The location of each of the d plus r digits will be assigned an equivalent decimal value. So the r bits will have a place value by their position, like 1, which is 2 power 0, which stands for 2 power 0, comma 2 power 1, comma 2 power 2, so on up to 2 power k minus 1. So there will be original data of size d, and there will be redundant bits r, and each of these digits will have a decimal place value. So at the receiving end, whatever redundant parity bits are sent, they will be recalculated, and the decimal value of the parity bit will determine the position of an error if it has occurred. So if the parity bits when recalculated are correct, are same as what was sent by the sender, it is understood that there was no error. If at all parity was not same, then the value, the decimal equivalent of the parity bits will tell us what was the position of the bit which has been received erroneously. The relationship between the error position and binary number is shown in this table. The error position 0 is indicated by 3-bit binary 000. Similarly, 1 is indicated by 001, so on. So you can understand that the decimal number is used to indicate error position, and its equivalent 3-bit binary is used to indicate the relationship. For example, suppose the original data is 1010 and this data has to be sent. So now the value of D, which is nothing but the number of data bits, is 4 here. According to Hamming codes, when we compute the number of redundant bits R, how many bits have to be used when we have to compute this, we make use of a relationship saying that 2 power R should be greater than or equal to D plus R plus 1. So in this case, if we replace D by 4, we will get to know that R should be equal to 3. So value of R equal to 3 will satisfy the above relation. Therefore, total number of bits, which is equal to D plus R, will be equal to 7. The number of redundant bits in this case is 3, and the 3 bits are represented by R1, R2, and R4. The position of the redundant bits is calculated with correspondence to the powers of 2. Therefore, the corresponding positions of R1, R2, R4 is calculated by their values of 2 powers, 2 raised to the powers of 0, 1, 2, so on. So the position of R1 is equal to 1, the position of R2 is 2, and the position of R4 is 4 in the data transmission. Now, representation of data on the addition of parity bits will look like this. So out of the total 7 bits which are to be transmitted, we will place the redundant bits or parity bits in the position 1, 2, 4. So we place R1 in position 1, R2 in position 2, R4 in position 4. And we use the other 4 bits to place the data, which is 1010. So now let us see how to determine the values of these 3 parity bits, R1, R2, R4. Now first, determining the R1 bit. The R1 bit will be calculated by performing a parity check on the bit position whose binary representation will contain a 1 in the first position. So out of the 7 bits, we can observe that if we see the binary equivalents of the positions, the bit position 1, 3, 5, and 7 are the positions whose binary representations start with a 1 in the first bit position. So from the above figure, therefore, we can perform the even parity check at these bit positions. Now, when we consider only these 4-bit positions and calculate the parity, we can observe the original, the data bits in these positions are 1, 1, 0. So these are the data bits. So the data bits 110 already are in even parity. That is, the number of ones is 2 in this case. Hence, the value of R1 should be 0 in order to retain the even parity. So now we calculated the first redundant bit, that is 0. Now coming to the calculation of the redundant bit R2. To calculate the value of R2 bit, we make use of those bit positions whose binary representation contain a 1 in their second bit position. So when we observe the binary equivalents of these bit positions, we get to know that the positions 2, 3, 6, and 7 will have a 1 in their second bit position. Now we take the data value from these bits. It is going to be 1, 0, 0 are the 3 data bits. So 1, 0, 0 are the 3 data bits. The parity of these 3 bits is odd parity because there is only one single 1 in the 3-bit combination. Therefore, the value of R2 should be made 1 in order to make the value of even parity. Thus, the value of R2 bit is 1. Now to compute R4 bit, we can perform a parity check on those bit positions which contain a 1 in the 3rd bit position of the binary equivalent. So according to Hamming code algorithm, we have to check those positions which contain bit 1 in their 3rd bit position to compute the R4. The bit positions which have 1 in their 3rd bit positions are 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we check the parity of the data bits. So the data bits are 1, 0, 1. They are already in even parity. Therefore, R4 should be made 0 so that the 4-bit combination will be of even parity. Therefore, we append the 3 calculated bits R1, R2, R4 in their corresponding position along with the data bits, and the data to be transmitted on the channel will be 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Now, after transmission, suppose the 4th bit in this data transmitted changes from 0 to 1 at the receiving end. So let us see how would be the receiver capable of detecting and correcting this particular error. At the receiving side, the receiver will recalculate the redundant bits R1, R2, and R4. The bit positions of R1 bit, as we discussed just now, is 1, 3, 5, and 7. So we observe that the binary representation of R1 is 1, 1, 0, 0. So if we check the parity of this 4-bit combination, it is even parity. Therefore, the value of R1, which is the last bit, should be 0, and it has reached the receiver as 0 itself. Thus, the receiver understands that there is no error in R1. Next, it checks for R2 bit. So the bit positions for R2 bit are 2, 3, 6, and 7. And the data which is in these bit positions is 1, 0, 0, 1. And when we check even parity for this, the total number of ones appearing in this is ones. It is even, that is 2 ones are present. Therefore, the value of R2 bit is 0. Similarly, we will check for R4 bit. So since R2 is 0, there is no error in the R2 bit. Now we shall check for R4 bit. The bit position of R4 bit, we all know, is 4, 5, 6, 7. And the data which is received on these bits is 1, 0, 1, 1. The algorithm at the receiver checks the parity of these 4 bits and finds that the even parity is violated because it contains odd number of ones. Therefore, the value of R4 is 1 and it is identified that the error has occurred in the 4th bit position. The binary representation of redundant bits is 1, 0 and 0 and its corresponding decimal value is 4. This itself indicates that the 4th bit position contains an error. And this bit value can be either automatically changed from 1 to 0 or the sender can be asked for a retransmission depending on what sort of method the data link layer uses for correction, whether it is backward error correction or forward error correction. So this is how the Hamming code method works for error correction in the frames sent by the data link layers. Thank you.